Hi, my name is Cam Swift with U Sports Production, reporting from May the 20th. We are at Hollywood Park. Thank you for tuning in. It's the May long weekend District 7 Majors Tournament hosted by Beacon Hill. Round robin play is all finished up and we have 4 contenders left vying for the championship. Today we have Beacon Hill squad who went 4-0 in round robin play, and the National squad went 2-2, which is really respectable. This is a really good team out of National. In this semifinal game, the winner will go on to the championship game against Hampton, who beat out Loritz Green. And in the bronze medal game, the loser, they will take on Loritz Green. This should be a good one, folks. Let's play ball. And up first for National is Frank Fullerton and Atkins with the delivery, and Fullerton is going to rip this ball right down the first base. Oh, that's right over Barrington's foot. That takes a bad bounce, and that's in for a single is Fullerton. And then Mack at the plate, 0-2 count, and Atkins would deliver, shaving the corner for the strikeout. And Lougheed at the plate, Fullerton at first. Oh, and here's a pass ball, and Fullerton is going to go right over to second base. Still 1 out. And then Lougheed would take this Atkins offering, and he would just rip the ball. That is right over to Hansen. Hansen over to first base. Great catch by Barrington's foot. That's for the out, but Fullerton will move over to third base. And then Beatty would step up to the plate, and Atkins throw a nasty curveball, and that gets away from the catcher. That goes all the way to the back, and there's Fullerton in to score, and that puts National on the board, 1-0. And then Atkins is surveying the situation, and he is going to throw a nice pitch, swing and a miss, gets away from the catcher, over to first base, and Barrington foot with the outs. That's for 3 outs for the inning, but not before National would score their first run. And to start at the bottom of the fourth, Fullerton would walk Atkins, and then stepping up the plate is Henson. And Fullerton would deliver, and Henson would rip this ball right over. That's Lougheed with a nice play by Lougheed. And runner on first, 1 out, and up to the plate is Levi Jardine. He's going to rip the ball right down the first baseline. Over to third is going to go Atkins. That is a long signal and a great piece of hitting by this young man. And now runners on the corner for Bornstein. And Ducks are on the pond, and he's going to take care of business right here, right up the middle. And that is going to score Atkins over to second base as Jardine. In with a single is Bornstein. And that ties it up. That's 1-1. And Fullerton has a dangerous Henry Fan. And Fan is going to lay the bunt down. That is going to move the runners over. That goes second and third, and that's a great play by Fan. And Meacham would walk, and that will load the bases for this Beacon Hill squad. And then Fullerton with an 0-2 count. He is going to throw some high heat that freezes Creswell, and that is for the third out of the inning. Fullerton doing his job. Beacon Hill leaving 3 on base. And we move to the bottom of the second inning. That's Barrington foot at the plate, and he is going to hit this one down the third baseline. That's picked up, and he runs this one out, and he will be safe at first base. It's a great piece of hitting. And Salori would walk. That would put runners at first and second. And in the pitch for National is Bailey. And the first batter that Bailey is going to face is Taylor. And Taylor, he's going to take a rip at this ball, and he's going to pop it right up. That goes right to the catcher with a great play for the out. 2 outs, runners at second and third. And Bailey is going to rear back. He's going to throw some high heat, and he blows it right past McLean for the third out of the inning. And Bailey getting this National squad out of a jam. And Applewood over to second on 2 pass balls. And then to Solari with the pitch. That's Fullerton. He goes right to second. And Skinner will scoop it up nicely over to first for the out. But Appleland would score on the play. But the umpires would get together, reverse the call. Safe at first was Fullerton. Then Mack at the plate. Solari would throw a nasty pitch. And that would strike out Mack. And then the next pitch, Lougheed. There's a swing and a miss, but that is a drop ball. And look out, here's the throw to first base. That's for the out, but a runner will score. That's another run for National. And that will make it 3-0, 2 out. And with 2 out, that's Beatty at the plate. And Solari, he's got a rear back, and he's going to give the pitch, and that is poked out. That goes right to shortstop Atkins. Atkins over to first base. First 3 outs, but not before National puts 2 on the board, 3-1. Heading into the bottom half of the third inning. And looking to get some points back on the board. That is Beacon Hill. Beacon Hill puts Atkins. He's leading off. And that is Bailey. And Bailey is going to throw a curveball. And there is Atkins going to poke it right through a gap. And Appleland will fire it into second base. But not before this young man, Atkins. He's a good hitter. Got a good stroke. I'll tell you what, he's got a stand-up double. And then Hansen's going to step up to the plate for Beacon Hill squad. And that is Bailey out of the stretch. Bailey will deliver a 3-0 count. Hansen gets a green light. He's going to pop this one right up. And that is going to go right to Bo B. And a nice play by this young man, camping under that ball and holding a runner at second. And then Jardine is going to try and cash in a runner. And Bailey will deliver. Jardine's going to grip this ball. And that is picked up nicely by Silva. And that will move the runner over to third base. But I'll tell you what, that's the second out of the inning. And runner at third, Bailey trying to get out of this inning. And that is Bornstein's going to rip this ball all the way out to left field. But look who is there. And that is Vincent Appleland. And what a great play to hold off this rally by this Beacon Hill squad. And we're going 3-1 into the top of the fourth inning. Deacon Sylvie's leading off for the national squad. And that's Solari still on the mound for Beacon Hill. And he is going to throw a nasty curveball in for a strike to strike him out. Next up to bat is Carter Bailey. And Carter Bailey is going to drive this ball right to shortstop. There's a sure-handed Atkins. Atkins going to pick this one up. He's going to fire this one over to first base for the out. That is a quick 2 outs for the Beacon Hill squad. Some good defense here. And Henry Nelson is next up. He's going to try and get things going here for national. That is Sir Laurie. And he will throw a beauty of a curveball. And, he's going to get a piece of this, bring it right out to Atkins. And you know what? Atkins is going to throw right over to Meechin. Meechin for the out. That's 3 up, 3 down for this Beacon Hill squad. They're trying to get some more runs on the board as they head into the bottom half of the fourth inning. In the pitch for national is Mack, and he would walk Fan, and then up to the bat would come Meechin, and Meechin is going to drive this ball the opposite way. And Law, would scoop it up nicely over to second, and just about trying to turn that double play is Bailey. That's good heads-up baseball right there. And then Creswell up to the plate, and he is going to put the bat on the ball. He hits a sharp grounder, and that is going to go out to left field. That's going to move the runner over to second base. That's first and second, 1 out. And the team coming together to have a little talk with Max, settle things down. And then Barrington Foot would step up to the plate. Runners at first and second. He's going to drive this ball to the opposite field. And there is Reed. Reed is going to bring this all the way home. A nice single by Barrington Foot. And I'll tell you what, that will load up the bases for this Beacon Hill squad. Trying to get something going here. And then Solari with the bases loaded. And he will deliver with a shot the opposite field. And that is going to score not 1 but 2 runs for the Beacon Hill squad. This is going to tie it up at 3. What a clutch piece of hitting by Solari. And in the score on the play is none other than Meechin and Cresswell. That's a great piece of hitting, and this Beacon Hill squad right back in it. And then Taylor, he'd step up to the bat. He's trying to cash in some runs. And Mack with the pitch, and that's an overthrow. And they've got Barrington Foot. He's caught the pickle, and there's a great play right there by Henry Nelson to take it out. They got out of this inning, but not before this Beacon Hill squad comes back with 2 runs, and this is a null, knotted up at 3. And top of the 5th, and that is Reed at the plate. And Reed is going to drive this one the opposite way, but right there with a great catch. That is Solari, and he is having some game today. That is for the first out of the inning. He's Appleland, and Appleland will swing and a miss for straight 3, but it's a drop ball. He's going to throw it over to first base, and I'll tell you what, there's Barrington Foot. That's a great catch, and that's going to be for the second out of the inning. And then Fullerton trying to get something going here for this national squad late in this ball game. She's going to throw it down. And look out there. That's right to Atkins. Atkins over to first. Just about dug out by Barrington Foot, but going over to second is going to be Fullerton. And that's going to put runner in scoring position. And the National faithful just loving this. And then Mack up to the plate. 2-2 count. Says enough's enough and throws one low and away for the strikeout. And that will retire the side. Still 3-3 going to the bottom half of the 5th inning. And then Taylor's looking to get things going as leadoff batter for Beacon Hill. Still on the mound is Mack. And Mack is going to come out of the stretch. He is going to deliver and go in the opposite way. That's a pop-up, and Bailey will camp under this, and he will take care of it. That's 1 out early on for this National League squad. And then McLean would step up to the plate, and Mac would just say hello with a 1-2 count. There's a nasty pitch, and that is for the second out of this inning. And then Atkins, he would come up to plate. This is a dangerous hitter. He's going to go the opposite way with a nice rip, and that's going to go right out to Applewood. He's going to throw it, and that's going to hold a runner to a long single. And Hansen's going to step up to the plate, and he is going to bang this ball. That's a grounder right over to third base. He's going to underhand it. Oh, and he lost the handle on it. But look at Atkins. Look at his heads-up base running right here. And he's in scoring position. Oh, even further. He was at second. Now he's at third. Look out. They're in business, this Beacon Hill squad. And then National look to Silva to close this game as Matt goes out of the game. And the first batter that Deacon Sylvie would face is Jardine, and Jardine is going to do what he does. He rips balls, and he takes care of it. He rips it right over. Oh, but look out. That is Loughy with a great play at first base for the third out of the inning. This ball game is still tied 3-3. And Fan on the mound now for Beacon Hill in the top half of the sixth inning. He is going to throw the pitch, and look out. There's Loughy. Loughy is going to rip this ball all the way out. That goes through the gap. Cresswell will fire the ball in, and that will hold Loughy to a long single. And then Beatty would walk runners at first and second. Sylvie up to the plate. Fan delivers. Oh, he's dug this one out, and he brings it all the way into the gap again. And they're holding him up, holding Loughy up at third. That is going to load these bases up. This National League team, they are rallying in the top half of the sixth inning. And now it's Bailey's turn, and Fan will deliver, and Bailey is going to drive this ball the opposite way, and that is going to score a National League run to take the lead in the top half of the sixth inning. We still got the bases loaded, folks. And then Fan, he's got Nelson at the plate, bases loaded, nobody out, and Nelson would get a piece of the ball, and there's Fan. He's going to try and get the runner home. Oh, and it's mishandled, and that will score a run. And the bases are still loaded, but that's two in for the National squad late in the game. And then Fan facing Reed, 2 strikes, and he'll throw some high heat and blown right past Reed. That's for the first out of the inning. And Cresswell in the pitch for Beacon Hill, and that's Appleton. Appleton, well, he's got a good eye all game long, and that is going to walk in a run. That's going to be 5-3 for this National squad. And the ever-dangerous Frank Fullerton at the plate. But Cresswell says not today on a 2-2 count. He throws a nasty pitch, catches the corner, and a swing, and a miss. That's 2 outs in the inning. And bases loaded, and Cresswell just throws a strike on a 2-2 count. And he retires the side. That's 2 strikeouts right there for Cresswell. And that is a 5-3 game, and they're still in it, this Beacon Hill squad. Bottom half of the sixth inning, Bornstein looking to get on base. And this is Sylvie, and he has other plans with a beautiful strike, and he freezes Bornstein for the strikeout. And then Fan up to the plate for this Beacon Hill squad, and he is going to drive this ball the other way. Ooh, it's going to drop in for a base hit, and that will put a runner on. And Beacon Hill in business. And Meacham would walk runners at first and second, and that is Cresswell. He tries to hold up, but no, get in the corner right there. That is Sylvie. He's having a great game today. Barrington Foot looking to catch it and runner. Sylvie says 1-2, buckle my shoe, 3-4, shut the door, and a swing and a miss, and that will do it. National moves on to the finals with a great closing outing there from Sylvie. I'll tell you what, this was a great game. Both teams played really well. Beacon Hill, they were 4-0 in the round robin play, and they're going to head off to the bronze medal game. And National, they're off to the finals, so that's a surprise, but this National squad, that's a good team. And they deserved it today. They played really, really well. So did Beacon Hill. Let's get out in the community. Let's support events like this. My name is Cam Smith with U Sports Production. Thank you for tuning, and we will see you on the field.